As China Airlines CAL Flight 811 began its descent to the international airport at Manila, capital of the Philippines, a round-faced, bespectacled passenger disappeared into the lavatory. When he came out, he was wearing a lightweight, bulletproof vest beneath the jacket of his white safari suit. "Of course, if they hit me in the head, I'm a goner anyway," he joked to his companions. Just before the aircraft landed, he bowed his head briefly in prayer, then sat back, calm and composed. It was approximately 1 p.m. on 21st August 1983, and Benigno Nino Aquino was coming home from 3 years of self-imposed political exile in the United States to lead the growing opposition to the government of President Ferdinand Marcos. Aquino was anything but a welcome guest to Marcos, who had once kept him in prison for more than 5 years. The Philippines government had refused to issue him with a passport to re-enter his own country. More seriously, it had warned that his safety could not be guaranteed if he did come back. Aquino was travelling under an assumed name, yet, at the stopover in Taipei, before the final leg of his trip, he had received an alarming news when he had telephoned his wife, Corazon, in the United States. His face white with shock, Aquino had told one of his party, "They're going to get me at the airport, then kill the guy who did it." They're going to get me at the airport, then kill the guy who's going to do that. This is the same as the president's, isn't it? He done the job and then they killed him. Aquino's arrival in Manila was expected with rapture by his many supporters. The capital was festooned with the yellow ribbon, symbol of his party, and some 20,000 excited Philippines had gathered at the airport to welcome him, among them the politician's 75-year-old mother. Well, they killed the killer because that's what's written, isn't it, in the scriptures, murder for murder. And I don't know, it's silly. And the government had prepared its own greeting, a massive security operation at the airport designed to seal off the entire passenger arrival area and the tarmac in the vicinity of Aquino's airplane. Even so, on the short flight from Taipei, Aquino's sides made no secret of their concern for his safety. He was uncharacteristically subdued, but still defiant. "I can't allow myself to be petrified by the fear of assassination and spend my life in the corner." That's what he added. He was defiant with that one. The aides were approved. Now see here, I can't allow myself. So here, he's carefree. You know what I mean? He doesn't care, so obviously something's going to happen to him because he doesn't even give two hoots. The aides were proved correct in all their fears. Less than 1 minute after leaving the aircraft, Benigno Aquino lay on the tarmac, blood gushing from a massive wound at the back of his skull. A few feet away from the president was also shot at the back of the head. Back of the skull or something, wasn't he? A few feet away from me, because I don't know why they do that. It's an execution, isn't it, from a distance? A few feet away from him lay the head of another man, dressed in blue trousers and a white shirt. There was a pandemonium around the airplane as heavily armed Filipino troops and security men screamed into their walkie-talkies, mingling with airline officials and shocked passengers from Flight 811. A number of foreign journalists and television crews had been travelling with Aquino, and although security men tried to prevent them sending out their dramatic stories, their accounts were soon making headline news around the world. All were broadly agreed on the sequence of events after the aircraft had parked at Gate 8. First onto the air bridge tube, after it was connected with 3 or 4 uniformed soldiers who approached Aquino and began to lead him along the tube towards the main door. As they left, other guards in plain clothes stopped journalists from following and finally closed the main door at the end of the tube. Now here I conclude that obviously there's a lot of guns and ammunition around. Right, I'm going to continue with this later, yeah. So, and another event has arisen, yes, because you have this video of Mr. Laden, late Mr. Osama bin Laden. We whacked him, yeah. So, airing his videos is no good, is it? It's like propaganda. And who's doing the propaganda? Television is doing the propaganda. Our own people are threatening us with this video. I don't think it should be aired. And, for example, you have a man. He's sitting down, or a boy. He's sitting down watching this video, and this could have an effect on his head. You know what I mean? Mentally, he might just say, yeah, I want to be a blooming terrorist. So, like, for example, if the ITV are showing this video, that means the ITV want us dead. You know what I mean? Because they are airing his video for us. Why? It's not worth it. For example, that film Die Hard with the Nakatomi building. There's a journalist in there. He's all blimmin' hyped up and everything. See, now they get their just desserts, isn't it? It's not good. This kind of emotion, this kind of money is dirty money. Anyway, thank you very much for listening.